What's up, everybody? Jerry here with another Pursuing 1%. Last time we talked about the brain and why it's important to optimize your brain so that you can start to age backwards or turn your brain on, as Dave Asprey would say. Today, we're going to talk about another brain that your body has, or so it's been referenced as another brain, and that is your gut microbiome. Your gut microbiome. Ooh. There it is. Focus. So your gut has been referenced as a second brain. And we reference our gut in that context to an extent on a regular basis by saying, I have this gut feeling. I have this gut feeling. But if your gut is not a brain and doesn't function as such, why would you say that you have a gut feeling about something? Apparently, your gut is giving you some feeling. Typically, feelings come from brains, right? Well, before I dive too deeply into that, if you recall previous Pursuing 1%, we talked about how having dysfunctional gut bacteria leads to dysfunctional mitochondria, which leads to plaque buildup in the arteries, which possibly leads to the increased risk of heart disease, one of the 4 killers. Another way that dysfunctional gut bacteria leads to an increased risk of heart disease is by stiffening of the arteries. What happens is, as you age, your gut bacteria, your gut microbiome changes over time, which is kind of a natural process, but it's also slightly a product of how we eat and how we live our lives. As your gut changes and as it becomes dysfunctional and your microbiome changes, sometimes in a bad way, it stiffens your arteries. They're correlated. Gut microbiome changes, arteries become stiff, which then increases your risk of heart disease. One of the best ways to overcome that increased risk of heart disease as you age, one of the things to make sure that you have in your diet to make sure that your gut is staying healthy and staying strong is not probiotics, but prebiotics. Focus, there it is. Not probiotics, but prebiotics. Pre meaning before. So probiotics is something that a lot of people are told to take, and they're definitely important. However, it's easy to mess up probiotics. I'm sure if you've had too much yogurt, or if you have taken a probiotic, maybe you felt that gargly feeling in your stomach that is not a comfortable feeling to have. And that's because it may not have been the right probiotic for you. Prebiotics, on the other hand, are simply the food that your gut bacteria eat. And they will manifest healthier gut bacteria if you're eating the right prebiotics. So there are, of course, supplemental ways to get some prebiotics, and you can go down that path if you'd like. But there are natural ways to get prebiotics. A couple of natural ways, some of my personal favorites, if you will. Number 1, dark chocolate, not milk chocolate. At least 80-85% dark chocolate is high in prebiotic fibers. And my personal favorite, coffee, is very high in prebiotic fibers. Although I would make sure to recommend Bulletproof is actually a really good coffee, and that's Dave Asprey's company. I'm not affiliated or linked with them in any form whatsoever, but it is a clean coffee, and that's a whole nother conversation in and of itself. So with that being said, I would recommend at least an organic type of coffee so that it's clean and you have the highest level of prebiotic fibers in them. So dark chocolate, a good one. Coffee, another great one. Plenty of vegetables, excuse me, my brain went blank for a second. Plenty of vegetables are also high in prebiotic fibers also. So if you're getting good vegetables in your diet, then you're getting some prebiotic starches or fibers in your diet as well. Like I said, that's what you want. That's your Pursuing 1% today, to make sure that you're feeding your gut microbiome so that you're building a healthy gut microbiome and thereby reducing your risk of developing chronic diseases as you age and living a life well lived. Check out more of our health and fitness videos on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Be sure to like, follow, or subscribe so you never miss out on our new content posted daily that contains life-changing strategies.